I really admire the fact that you're speaking out and dealing with these topics like anxiety and depression, because in the past it was something that guys were not supposed to talk about. So if somebody is listening right now and they're dealing with some of the things that we're talking about, dealing with some of the things that you've dealt with, what's your advice to them? What would you say to them?
My advice is to seek help, whether that's professionally. I do think that's a very good idea. I do have a sports psychologist, and he did help me through many of these issues. And also the more personal touch, counting on family, counting on close friends, counting on the people that you love and trust dearly to understand that, yes, you are going through a rough time. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe you're dealing with something during this coronavirus. Whatever it may be, I can assure you that things will get better. It's crazy sometimes listening to people who have reached out and said, Meyers, I took your advice, and literally 3 days later, boom, I get a phone call that, something great is happening. And I'll give you a good example quickly. Try not to be too long-winded here. My wife and I did adopt quite a few families at Christmas, and we took them all out to Target here in Miami, and it was a beautiful day. You should have seen the joy on people's faces. It's not about the money for my wife and I. It was more about the personal connection that we made, I believe, with the 5 to 6 families that were there that day. And one mom came up and said that sadly one of her sons had taken his life, and she didn't know where to turn. She had another son and all these different things, but that she received a call from the Cancer Institute that we were adopting families and they had been selected. And boom, right there, that allowed her to have some sort of joy and bring her back to some sort of normal state, and that allowed her to kind of propel her life and move forward. And hearing that story firsthand, and that my wife and I had changed her life and her family's life, just that is why you never know, again, for people listening, you never know when that phone call is coming or when you're going to catch an amazing break in life.